Hello. So I have anxiety, and for the past few weeks, I've been telling myself to do at least one brave thing for the week, like going to the doctor, random things like that. And so today, well, I guess for the next 2 weeks, I want to challenge myself to do more than one thing a week, more than one brave thing a week. So the first thing that I did is that I signed up for therapy yesterday. Um, I I'm only gonna do 4 weeks because it was almost $200. I did the Talkspace app thing because I feel like that's what helped me a lot in the past. And last time it was like a 6 week session because it was through work. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna try it out and then kind of build myself back up from there. I applied to 2 jobs yesterday. Um, so I had made this list of things, or I guess like job ideas, brainstorming job ideas, but I hadn't really like pulled the trigger. So for context, I have chronic pain. I left my job 6 months ago because of it. I'm doing a little bit better. Like it's still like it's on and off. I have bad days, blah blah blah. But I guess my solution is that I'm gonna try to get a job that's not computer based. Um, I was an environmental scientist and I have 2 degrees in geology, so it feels kind of weird to like kind of give up on my career. Um, but my body can't do computer shit, so I'm not gonna force it to do so. I applied to 2 jobs. I applied to a park maintenance job, mostly because I've been watching regular show, although the last season kind of sucks. And then, the other thing that I applied to is for a lab tech position. And then there's another job that I have my eye out that's a field tech position, and it seems like the pay is like a little bit better than the other 2 jobs I applied for. Um, yeah, so I feel like I'm gonna end up having to start as an intern, which kind of sucks because I was already there at the intern position, and then I had finally moved up. Anyway, whatever, it's fine. So anyway, that was what I did. Okay, so now the thing that I'm gonna do today, well, I will like continue working on my applications. Okay, so the other brave thing that I'm gonna go do, which is like I feel like it shouldn't be a brave thing, like it's just a normal adult thing to do, but I get scared of driving and I get scared of going to stores for myself, even going to stores in general with other people too. But anyway, I want to go to the store today, and so I'm like trying to do it. I guess what helps me get through something like this is like to come up with a plan, and I already kind of was thinking about it yesterday, of what store. I came up with the idea of going to Walmart so that I can do everything. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, I just want to make my list here. Okay, so red pepper, milk. So like I was planning it, but then I feel like I was kind of, so I was like, okay, what if I go through like the plant section because that's a little bit easier, and then I buy a plant and pay through the plant stuff, or I can go through like the veggie section, but then would I do the self cashier? I forgot what it's called. But then if I buy broccoli, can I still do the self cashier? So anyway, so this is all the stuff that I was thinking about. I thought, and now I'm kind of like second guessing everything and kind of anyway, overthinking. Okay, so whatever, let's just make the list now. Let me see. I think going through the plant aisle would be easier, but all of this stuff is like all the way on the other side, so would it actually be easier? I think I'm just gonna go to the veggie section because even the mopping solution is on that side. Okay, the other thing that I have to do is I have to return a dress to Kohl's, but that's too much, so I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Well, hopefully I do it tomorrow, but we're just gonna do this one thing today. Okay, goodbye. Okay, so I am back. The driving actually wasn't that bad because there was no freeway involved. I did miss the entrance of Walmart, so I had to go around, so that kind of was making me anxious. And like not the bell, what is it called, the light was taking forever to change, but we're good. And I guess when I'm gonna do something, I kind of tell myself, okay, I've done something like this. Like I had gone to Walmart by myself in the past, but the new thing was that I was gonna use a cart, because for some reason, I guess like having a big cart gave me anxiety because I felt like I was gonna be in people's way. Well, like I always feel like I'm in people's way, like when I'm at the store. Excuse me. And there were a few times where I kind of bumped into people. Well, not like, you know, crashed, but you know. And I was like, okay, go ahead. You go ahead, sorry. Or sometimes they would let me pass, and it was fine. Also, like I thought it would be much heavier, like the cart, but it was actually okay. Like my hands were actually doing pretty good. It wasn't until like I got to the car that I was like moving the milk that my hand kind of hurt a little bit, but it was fine. But anyway, I did end up going to the veggie side. I did not see broccoli, but I also, because it was like the first thing, I feel like I don't know, there was a lot of people and I just didn't really look. And then I was like, okay, let me at least go at the end to get the broccoli, and in the end I just got the frozen one. And then I also did not even well, I ended up using a regular cashier and not the self-checkout. So there was that too, and the cashier was really nice. I don't know why, but interacting with cashiers gives me a lot of anxiety, and I was a little anxious about this. So I got this. It was $140. It was $70 for the yearly one for 5 computers. So when she told me how much it was, I was like, ah. And I was like, should I tell her that? No, never mind. But then I was like, at the same time thinking like, technically it's only 2 years, or what, 140 is like 2 years worth, and this is forever. So I was like, okay, I guess. But then I'm like, am I actually gonna use it anyway? So all of that was going through my mind, but at the same time I was like, it's fine, I'll just buy it. So yeah, because this didn't have the price. So anyway, I got everything from my list plus some more. I guess the thing I had forgotten to write was the steak, but I remembered before I left, so that was good. So anyway, I got the milk, got the broccoli, and then the steak. So my husband's birthday is soonish, and I wanted to do something fancy. This is like a little bit thinner though, so I don't know. I guess it's not gonna be that special, but I tried. And then this is kind of extra because, you know, Thanksgiving is coming up, so I figured that's kind of an easy thing to bring. And then I got the red pepper for the mopping solution. I ended up getting 3 things for it. I was only gonna get the Murphy thing. I've never used it before, so I ended up buying the one that I had before, and the spray bottle for the thing. And then I got the lint rollers, so I'm running out. And so yeah, I got everything for my list except the plant, which that was just kind of so it'd be easier. I definitely was a lot more relaxed when I was driving back home. So I was like, okay, I did it. But I don't know, like parking lots kind of scared me. And like somehow I ended up going out the way that it was more complicated to get out of there. So, but anyway, I'm home. We're good. Yeah, I'm gonna put away the steak because that's supposed to be a surprise, and then I'm gonna do my live video cleaning thing right now. Okay, bye. Okay, so I'm gonna return this Amazon dress to Kohl's. It didn't fit right. It just looked hella weird. I could try to size down, but I think it's just not gonna work. I have returned things to Kohl's by myself, and it's a little bit less scary than grocery shopping, but because I have to take the freeway, that kind of makes it a little bit more nerve-wracking. And I think I'm also gonna just look around for Christmas shopping. I keep stalling to go. Hey, bro. What? Anyway, I also made a list of who I'm gonna shop for and potential gifts for them. Mostly not for anxiety, but just for like to not overspend. What? They're fighting. Okay, so yeah, okay, so I'm back from Kohl's. I somehow feel like I was more anxious today than yesterday. So yeah, so the actual driving part, my hand started hurting, so it's kind of like being pessimistic about that. So I guess it was a little bit less anxiety. um and then when I was at the store, when I was trying to scan the return item and when I was trying to check out to buy something, like it wasn't scanning, so I was kind of like embarrassed about it. But I feel like the second cashier was like way cooler about it, so I feel like even though it was, I don't know, embarrassing, it was a little bit better. um yeah, I don't know, I feel like this time around I also wasn't acknowledging people. Like I was just kind of like, oh, there's a person there, so then I wasn't really looking at them. Like I was just kind of like, oh, go around so that like I'm not in their way. I don't know. So I guess somehow I feel like a little bit disappointed about it. Like somehow I feel like I did way better yesterday, but I mean I did it. I did the task. So, you know, yeah. And I guess I'll show you what I bought. Also, driving back, I almost missed the freeway entrance towards the beginning of my drive back. And I feel like after that, I kind of was anxious driving back. But, you know, I'm home. We're good. I got this for my husband because for my birthday, we went on a trip. I got him two bigger presents for his birthday and then a bunch of, well, I guess this is the third little one. But anyway, he's a musician and like I just got him this little instrument, but it actually doesn't sound that good. But anyway, yeah. And then this was originally $25 with all the coupons and blah blah blah. It was like 10. I do gotta say, I feel like Kohl's really like marks up their prices because I was gonna get chocolates and they were like $12 when I've seen them at other places for like maybe 5, 6, like those like Lindor ones. So I think I'm just gonna wait for Sam's Club and buy them there. But anyway, y'all, I'm stalling so much to go to the store. Told myself to go to a small grocery store instead of Walmart. I'm still stalling. I guess the biggest thing is that I'm scared that my card isn't gonna go through because I've been having issues with Bank of America. So I recently unlocked my card, but now I'm scared it's not gonna go through. And I have $50 cash, but then I'm like, but what if I need more? Okay, so I'm back from Smart and Final. These were the two main things I wanted to get. I got cheese, sour cream, ham because running out, this because I've been craving it, this also because I wanted to try to make some Jello shots, and then milk because we only have one left. So anyway, I must down and talk to you about it because it was a lot, but you know, we did it. Anyway, I want to try to make Jello shots with this. Okay, so if I talk a lot, I start coughing, so I'm sorry about that. Since the Kohl's clip, it's been about 2 weeks. And I haven't really been to the store by myself until today, which was a Smart and Final thing. Okay, so like I said, the main things I wanted to get was cheese and sour cream, but they weren't like super necessary until now that we have tamales. Like I really do need sour cream with them. So I finally went. I don't want to say I should have gone to Walmart, but okay, the other thing that I wanted to get was Epsom salt and duct tape. So that's why I kind of wanted to go to Walmart, but I didn't want to go to Walmart today because today's Saturday and there would have been a lot of people. So I did not go to Walmart. And instead I went to Smart and Final, which is kind of a smaller grocery store. But yeah, so let me tell you how it went. So the drive was pretty good, but then when I got to the parking lot, I forgot that there were the arrows that make you go a certain way in the parking lot, and there was a person asking for money, and I ended up taking a lot of cash with me because I was nervous the debit card wouldn't work. So yeah, I was kind of nervous about that. So then I kind of like was circling the person, but also circling figuring out the arrows and stuff. And in the end, I parked, and my husband always tells me, well, his thing is like to park near where the little carts are at, so that way you don't have to like go all the way to the cart. Anyway, so I parked next to the little cart thing. Okay, so if my voice sounds weird, I'm just not gonna cough it off because it's just making it worse. Yeah, so then when I parked, I like took out $1 and I put it outside of my bag in case somebody were to ask me for money. I wouldn't have to take out my whole wallet. Anyway, so yeah, so I took a cart, and then the cart kept going to the right. So I had to keep like pulling it throughout the store, but it was okay. I think it's easier to have a paper list, so I don't think I'm gonna do it on the phone anymore, because then I have to like, anyway, I just didn't like that. But anyway, the only thing I did not get was it's not icing, but I was gonna use it for icing. Whipped cream. Yeah, so yeah, I couldn't find the whipped cream. I would assume that it was like in the baking aisle, but I didn't find it. So yeah, sorry, I'm like touching the bottle. And then I did kind of look around to see if they did have Epsom salt, because it was what they had like a shampoo aisle, so I thought maybe they would have it there, but they didn't. Anyway, overall, like, I actually didn't feel that super anxious. I've been trying to kind of look up instead of kind of like going like this. And then I also always get scared that I'm gonna hit people on like the corners, which I think I did bump into a couple people, but it's fine. Not bump, but you know, like, oh shit, sorry. Anyway, because you know, you can't see. And then I guess the most anxiety I felt at the store was when I was friggin' paying. And it was not because of the debit card thing, because I had the cash, which actually I need to return the cash because I took it from the merch and I folded it up to like distinguish it. Anyway, yeah, I don't know, the cashier was just like ringing people up really fucking fast. And yeah, so I was trying to like set up my things or put down my things, and like my cart, I couldn't like move it, so I was kind of like squished between, oh, I don't know, I had a hard time moving the cart too. So then I kind of like put my stuff, and like the woman was waiting for the guy to put his shit away. And then so yeah, and then I kind of pushed my cart forward, and again I feel like I was in an awkward position when I was putting stuff away. But then like she had already like rung me up when I was still putting my stuff away, so I was like anyway. But again, it was fine. Oh, and then the other thing is that I'm not used to putting in my code, because I usually don't use debit cards, which I do gotta say, I feel like for anxiety, I think it is way easier to pay with a card than with cash, because if you are looking for like exact change and stuff like that, it's like too much. So yeah, definitely like playing with the card more. So yeah, and then so yeah, I didn't even put my card and stuff into my wallet. And then I went out, and I kind of just like took a breath, and I was like, okay, let me just wait here and put my card away at my own pace, and then kind of figure out where I'm at. Because anyway, I was like, I think I'm over here, and I was there. So I don't know, I feel like usually I don't really pay attention very well with like where I park. So anyway, I did this time, and it was fine. And then the drive back, what happened with the drive back? The drive back was okay. There was a moment where I guess I zoned out a little bit. Oh, like I changed lanes, but there was a guy that was like cutting across, and I like luckily braked in time. But I don't know, there's been like a few times where like there's like a busy, not intersection, but there's like, it's like a busy road, and I want to turn, and sometimes I just fucking go because I don't want the person behind me to think that I'm dumb for not going. But I'm like telling myself that it's fine, like just like wait, and if I don't feel safe going, I'm just gonna wait. But I feel like sometimes I still kind of go when maybe I didn't have enough time. I don't know. Well, I guess when I didn't feel like enough space. That didn't make sense. Anyway, I guess if you don't feel safe turning on a busy road, don't do it, even if the person behind you is annoyed, whatever. That's what I'm trying to tell myself. So yeah, and that was it. That was really long. I'm probably gonna cut a lot. Okay, so as far as the last 2 previous weeks, I was out in public, but it wasn't really like by myself. So, you know, it was Thanksgiving. I hung out with my in-laws. I've hung out with my family. What else? I've been Christmas shopping with my husband. And blah blah blah. And hung out with friends and stuff. So I feel like more than anything, I'm kind of trying to look up, like I said, because I feel like I kind of like have tunnel vision and I kind of block everybody out, which is kind of helpful sometimes, but I feel like at the same time it somehow makes me feel more anxious that I'm like doing this, you know? So I'm like trying to look up and be like, oh, they're people like me, which is kind of hella dumb, but you know. I feel like usually like friend situations and like family gatherings, usually like I don't like speak up much. I kind of just listen to people, but I've been kind of trying to talk a little bit more, and so that's kind of good. I guess the biggest thing that's helped me is like, okay, like my friends and my family like me. Like the only reason that they wouldn't like me is if I say something mean to them. So like, you know, even if I say something dumb or whatever, like it's fine, you know? I don't know if that makes sense. And then my therapist said that which I gotta forget about this one, that other people's opinion are just their opinion and it's not a fact. So it doesn't really define you, basically, is what she said. Which honestly I kind of forgot about that, but yeah. And then what was the other thing? Oh, the other big thing was that, okay, I shouldn't do that. Okay, so I got a haircut, which I went with my husband. I hadn't gotten a professional haircut in a long time. Usually it was either me or my mom that would cut my hair. And I feel like the hairstylists were like really nice. They kind of complimented you too much, where it made it kind of uncomfortable, but at the same time it was kind of nice. I do see myself going back to them by myself, especially because it's like nearby my house and the parking lot is like pretty big. Is it allergies? Is it long COVID? I don't know. The other kind of big thing, okay, I need to stop doing that because, okay, that was the other thing my therapist said, that like, just because, what did she say? She said, that sometimes if you do good things or, you know, you get a good grade or whatever, you like don't count it because, oh, that was an easy class. And that's just an example, but anyway, so I'm trying to like not to discount my things, but and I already forgot what it was. Oh yeah, so I haven't officially joined choir because I haven't actually like performed. I haven't actually like sing along. Like it's like a Catholic church choir thing. But you know, I've been practicing and I'm committed that I joined, you know. I just haven't yet done it. But anyway, yeah, so I'm excited about it. I think it'll just help me be like less self-conscious about stuff. My husband and I started a band. I still want to do this, okay? Because we still haven't posted the songs and we still haven't like sang in front of people or, you know, played and stuff. But like I would like to at least one day, at least for our wedding, sing like some of the songs that we made. But I feel like the choir group is going to be a little bit easier because it's like multiple people singing and it's like, you know. Anyway, so, you know, baby steps. Christmas shopping. Christmas shopping. Okay, I feel like a lot of the times when I'm trying to do something, like going to the store, blah, blah, and I feel like you maybe have noticed, is that it's like I kind of just like, okay, whatever, like it's gonna be uncomfortable for a bit and then it's gonna be over and it's gonna be like past it, you know? Which, you know, sometimes there are moments where you're like, damn, like that happened and I feel really embarrassed about it just thinking about it, which actually made me think about something else. But I don't know, like we went to Ross and it was super fucking crowded. So like it was pretty, I felt pretty anxious that day. But then we went to IKEA the next day and I don't know, like for the first time I felt like pretty good at a store, you know? Like because I was looking up and I was like looking at people like that instead of like doing this. I think maybe it was because the aisle was pretty big. And there was like an okay amount of people. Anyway, there was something else I want to talk about, but I forgot it was. I had chiro appointments, which I was kind of nervous about because I hadn't done it in a while, and then the first time around it was a different doctor. On the last time I went, my freaking nose started running. Like I was surprised that I wasn't that embarrassed about it. Like I was just kind of like, oh, it's a normal thing. I have allergies. I mean, I kind of just explained to him and it was fine, you know, I don't know. And then I went to a concert and I bumped into this pregnant lady. I felt kind of embarrassed and I guess that was the thing that I was thinking about. Yeah, because she was coming out of the bathroom and she came out like in the corner and I was about to go and then like she kind of like was like, oh no, and then I was like, ah, because you know she was pregnant, so I was like, oh my gosh, like I almost bumped into a pregnant lady. And then what happened? Okay, so in Spanish there's a word called muchacha, which is like young woman. And I wish there was a word in English for that because like to me she's not a lady because she's like around the same age as me, but at the same time I feel like I am a lady now because I'm almost 30, but it feels weird saying lady because she's not a lady. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, but young woman is weird to say. Anyway, so sorry, what was I saying? I don't remember. Yeah, so then like, so yeah, so we were both kind of like, oh, sorry, and then like we stopped and then again we bumped into it again and then I kind of just like stopped and was like, okay, I'm just gonna let her go. And so then I just kind of stopped and then she went around me and I was like, okay, oh my god. Anyway, that was kind of embarrassing, but also it's kind of funny, so I'm like, I guess just embarrassing things happen and it's fine, you know, I don't know. Like it was probably embarrassing for her too. So what else? I think I'm just gonna end the video here. There's more things that I want to do, but maybe I'll like post a follow-up video. I don't know if this will help anybody. I think it's also to help me it's also to hold me accountable. Like I really didn't want to go to the freaking store today, but I did it. So yeah, if you have anxiety, let me know your wins. Oh yeah, sorry. Okay, so another book that I was listening to, it talks about a fear ladder. So basically, if you're scared of spiders, yeah, if you're scared of spiders, like a level 1 would be to watch a video of spiders, and then level 10 would be like to hold a tarantula or something. So I don't know, I haven't actually written out like fear ladder things, but I don't know, I'm kind of just trying to do some things here and there, different levels or whatever. So see, it's like I don't want to say them because I don't want to, okay, anyway, but anyway, okay. That's it from me. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. Bye.